So I'm just in the middle of my live stream because I didn't stream last night since it was Valentine's Day, so I switched it over to Saturday afternoon. And I was gonna vlog once I got my live stream all set up, and I totally forgot. But I'll just quickly show my setup here. I'm actually playing Super Mario World 2 for Game Boy Advance because when we were out last night, when we were at that, I think it was when we were at the Nom, right? We could see into this apartment building across the street. And this person was projecting the game onto their wall, so it was huge, and I could see it from across the street, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to play that game now! So I decided that that's what I would live stream. So I'm using my GameCube with the Game Boy player on the bottom, and then plugged into it, I have my Game Boy Advance, which I'm using as a controller. And I guess I'll show the chat real quick if anyone wants to say hi, but there's a delay, so it's probably not gonna make it in time, but I started the game from scratch, and I'm in the Vanilla Dome, and, well, I actually made it out. I'm on a bridge, but there's still another level I have to beat inside the Vanilla Dome. But, yeah, that's basically it. I'm just playing the Mario game and eating Crispers, you know. Look what we got. This is such good pizza, like, way better than Fresh Slice. And, it's actually already supper time. Well, 5:41. I was basically sleeping. Well, it was weird because it was not a nice rest. It was, I don't know, just not nice. And I woke up and I felt like utter crap. And like, it's one of those naps you wake up from where your body feels like lead and you cannot move and you're just getting sucked back to sleep. It was just not very nice at all. So, I've been playing around with the Disney animated app, and I've barely scratched the surface. There's so much in here. It's so cool. But I thought I would just show a few things. The bottom bar is really weird. Like, if you click on Maximus here, you can do, like, weird expression changes. But, like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to do in that. These bottom things are kind of, there's less in here than there are up there. Unless you go to, like, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But there's a cool thing like Elsa's snow. If you go into it, you can control different variables about her snow pattern. And so first you have to draw the pattern you want. So let's say I want her snow to go whoosh. And it'll, oh god, the end was so bad. How do I restart? Anyways, so you can like see different things, add a background, hide the vector line, look at the vector field, look at the swirl pattern. You can go in here and change the variables to like change the way it acts. I don't know, cool things like that. Down here is 12 Principles of Animation. It's from The Illusion of Life. It's a book I actually already own, but they put the complete chapter that's about the 12 Principles of Animation. For example, anticipation. And it's so funny because in a lot of these pages, the text is like weird. Everything's so movable and weird. And like you click on this and it's like, oh, it's actually an animated example. And you can play it at full speed. Well, I think I have to scrub back to the beginning, actually. So I can play it like that, or I can just kind of scrub through the images. It's really, really neat. So then this color maps thing is really, really cool. Basically, this is all the Disney movies stacked from top to bottom. And then if you scrub across, you can see the entire film. So, for example, the bottom one is Wreck-It Ralph. So it will expand like this to make it easier to actually stay. And there's music playing. I don't know if you can hear it, but it starts playing music from the movie. And if you're very careful, you can scrub through the whole thing. Not every single frame, because there's a kind of an about section I was reading about. And because the number of pixels on an iPad screen is less than the number of frames in the movie, so it ends up being like 50 frames per pixel. But if you're really, really slow, you can just kind of talk yourself through the movie. But it's just kind of cool. Like, you can see any point of any movie. Oh my god, I just happened on Beauty and the Beast. Oh, and it's moving. Aladdin. Disney movies. Scrub. Anyways, it's really, really cool. If you click on Vanellope, it brings you to kind of a 3D model. And you can pose her out and stuff and animate her. It's really neat. It seems like it'd drive me insane doing this on the iPad. I'd rather just do it in Maya or something. So I don't know if we'll ever do a little animation thing on here because that'd be kind of crazy. But anyways, you can pose her out, animate her, yada yada yada. The bouncing ball thing is not that exciting. It's like a bouncing ball, and the default is like really bad. I changed it before to make it kind of have more weight because a V shape is not what it should look like. It should look more like curvy mountains. Anyways, that one's not very exciting because there's not a whole lot to do there. But yeah, I went into timeline, and it's really cool because you can scroll through all the movies. For some reason, Beauty and the Beast has a really weird poster. And you can read things about it. When you click things, things happen. It's like really crazy.
I'd like to see my father, please.
It's just like, I click on everything just to see if something's going to happen. You can preview music. Of course, it prompts you to buy it on iTunes. You can click on a picture. Oh. I haven't gone through everything here. Like, this is the only one I've clicked on in the whole timeline, and I've barely explored it. Like, there's so much here, and you can click a picture. Oh, that's creepy. And then there's a little description. In this illustration, the artist is experimenting with different perspectives of Belle's pink dress, representing the off-shoulder design, billowing sleeves, low back. So I guess it was pink at one point. Oh. Or they mean this one. I thought it looked like this one, but pink. I don't know. I don't know what that was. But, oh man, that's so cool. It is just so neat, and there's so much to do, and it's like, oh, let's move on to Aladdin. And there's all the stuff. Oh! And then up here they have more things. I've only looked through the Frozen one, and apparently this is more of a newer one. They update it with new sections, and when they do, you don't have to pay for the new sections, because this is not a free app, but like once you've paid for it, you get all the updates for free. So they did a Frozen update, and again with the weird text, but you can click on things. Sometimes it's confusing because this page, especially, every time you click something, it moves to the bottom corner, and there's a text description, and you can like click on it to expand. Sometimes you get animations when you click on something, like this one. Okay.
What if we fall?
And then just like the other one I showed before, like you can actually scrub through it frame by frame and check it out. It is so cool. So here's the thing about layering. Click on Beauty and the Beast, and this is that opening shot with the castle. Oh my goodness. And you can kind of turn off different layers, peel back the layers, and see what it looks like. It is just so neat. I just noticed something on the timeline. There's things like World Wide Web, Harry Potter at the top. It's kind of neat. Just gives you kind of some perspective. Facebook. Oh dear. So I'm back in Beauty and the Beast, of course. See, I like ones like this. It's looking really pixelated on my camera because I don't think it likes picking up stuff from screens. It looks perfectly clear in real life, though. Anyways, you get the gist of it, and then you can scrub through. Oh, I love scrubbing through the finished animation. Frame by frame. Magical kiss. And statue. So yeah, I think you get the idea. It is so cool. There's so many things to look at. This was an expensive app, though. It's a $10 app. So yeah, and only available on iPad because it'd be way too small on an iPhone screen. So once again, I'm glad I have this iPad thanks to Sarah. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just clicking things, going places I've never been before. Oh, let's go back this time. Oh, I get it. You click this side, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna look at this as, you know, looks like a play blast or something. I don't know. Pre-lighting, it says. Final lighting. Layout.
It's that little crumb snatcher.
Making slow progress on the cleaning of the desk because Christian's watching Mighty Ducks 2, and it's very distracting. I keep just sitting down and watching it. So I finally finished cleaning my desk. It took a really long time, but I did a really thorough job. So it is super, super clean. And I even used furniture wipes to wipe it all down because there's just like, you know, rings from dishes or just crud. This kind of saw a little bit of crud there. Actually, I think that's super glue. Derp. Anyways, all nice and clean. Probably just need to vacuum, but maybe I'll vacuum tomorrow. So yay for clean work area, because you saw what it was like before. That was a disaster. It was disgusting. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Alright, so I'm all prettied up. Did the side curly pony, which is unusual. I never put my hair in a pony when I go out, but I just thought it would be a cute idea. And yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go. I got these little earrings. I just have to put on my shoes and probably change my purse to a different purse.